Yo, so guys, welcome back to another reaction. This is another video of me reacting to George Carlin, and this one is a war on homelessness. I mean, before we get into this, I just hope this doesn't get blocked, because I tried posting a reaction yesterday or the day before, and it did. I posted it to my Patreon. You can see it's this one, George Carlin, Death and Dying. It was a clip from when he was a lot younger, so obviously maybe it's more of an old school one. Maybe people would enjoy that more or less. I don't know, but yeah, I tried posting it to YouTube and I couldn't. But with that, I've got like other reactions that I do here, which is like, yeah, you can just read the titles. I do like Dave Chappelle, a lot of Dave Chappelle reactions, especially to Chappelle's show, and any other sort of reactions I try and do to comedians that get blocked. I tend to post there because it's sort of the best spot to put things that I want to post onto YouTube, but I can't. Yeah, just best place to put them. So if you are interested in that, links are in the description to my Patreon. But we're going to get into this. From what I've seen of him so far, which is just two reactions, I've enjoyed them a lot, man. I mean, the first reaction I did, I literally spat my water out, which is a first for my channel. And the second one, it was more of a listening, and I still found it funny, but it was just like more of me sort of listening and laughing at the same time, like learning new things. I don't know, it's weird. The way he talks, you sort of find yourself laughing at times, but also just sort of taking in what he says. But yeah, if you want more reactions, suggest what ones you want to see in future. Fingers crossed they don't get blocked, because the last one did, sadly. Links also to my new channel if you're interested in that. I made a new channel recently, and I mean, if you're interested in subscribing to that, links are there too. And save my Instagram and my Twitter if you want to follow me. But we're going to get into this. Check this one out. Hopefully it lives up to the other ones, because so far so good, man. So I'm hoping there's more of his, I'm saying skits, but that's not his stand-up sessions that make me laugh as much as the other ones before. But let's just
by the way, speaking of American values, aren't we about due to start bombing some small country that only has a marginally effective air force?
We're 8 seconds in. Oh shit, man, this man does not have any, like, does not hold anything back.
Seems to me like we're a couple of weeks overdue to drop high explosives on helpless civilians. People who have no argument with us whatsoever. I think we ought to be out there doing what we do best, gang, making big holes in other people's countries. I hate to be repetitious, but God, we are a warlike lot, you know? We can't stand not to be fucking with somebody. We couldn't wait for that Cold War to be over, could we? Just couldn't wait for that Cold War to be over so we could go and play with our toys in the sand. Go play with our toys in the sand. And when we're not invading some sovereign nation or setting it on fire from the air, which is more fun, then we're usually declaring war on something here at home. Did you ever notice that? We love to do that, don't we? We love to declare war on things here in America. Anything we don't like about ourselves, we have to declare war on it. Don't do anything about it. We just declare war on it. We got a war. It's the only metaphor we have in our public discourse for solving a problem. It's called declaring a war. We got a war on poverty, the war on crime, war on litter, the war on cancer, the war on drugs. Did you ever notice there's no war on
That is a thing. That is a thing, that the war on anything is like a sort of a term that's used. I don't know if it's just in the US or if it's a term that's now in maybe the Western world. You have a war on something. Like the war on crime is like a thing in the UK, but nothing really gets done about the war on crime. I think that's quite a relatable thing.
Is there?
A comparable thing.
No war on homelessness. You know why? There's no money in that. No war on homelessness, is there? No war on homelessness. You know why? There's no money in that problem. There's no money in that problem.
Man, I like this guy a lot, bro.
It's true. Nobody stands to get rich off of that problem. You could find a solution to homelessness where the corporate swine and the politicians could steal a couple of $1 million each. You'd see the streets of America begin to clear up pretty goddamn quick. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that. Now, so,
doesn't benefit them, does it? Not one bit.
I got an idea for homelessness. You know what they ought to do? You know what they ought to do? Give the homeless their own magazine. Give them their own magazine. It would make them feel better, for one thing. That's a sure sign of making it in this country. Every group in this country that makes it and arrives at a certain level has its own magazine. You have Working Mother magazine, Black Entrepreneur magazine, Hispanic Business magazine. In fact, any activity engaged in by more than 4 people in this country has got a fucking magazine devoted to it. Skydiving, mountain climbing, snowmobiling, backpacking, bungee jumping, duck hunting, shooting someone in the asshole with a dart gun, jerking off. They probably have a magazine for that. I'm sure they have. I know they have a magazine. Walking. Walking! There's actually a fucking magazine called walking.
Is that true?
Look, Dan, the new walking is out. Here's a good article, putting one foot in front of the other. Magazine.
Mate.
Give the homeless.
It's not a good idea to drink. I'm going to try and not drink again because if he makes me spit it out again, I don't want to spit it on my computer or something, man.
You know what you call it? Better crates and cartons. Then when they get finished reading it, they can use it to line their clothing. That's a good, sound business solution. That's the kind of answer you get from a conservative American businessman. So, yeah, let them read it. When they get finished reading, they can use it to plug up the holes in them piano crates they all seem to like to live in. A good, sound, practical, conservative American business solution. I'll tell you what they ought to do about homelessness.
His acting is so good.
Change the name of it. Change the name of the condition. It's not homelessness. It's houselessness. It's houses these people need. A home is an abstract idea. A home is a setting. It's a state of mind. These people need houses. Physical, tangible structures. But where are you going to put them? Where are you going to build them? Nobody wants you to build low-cost housing near their house. People don't want it near them. We got something in this country, you've heard of it, it's called NIMBY, N-I-M-B-Y. Not in my backyard. People don't want any kind of social help located anywhere near them. You try to open up a halfway house, try to open up a rehab center for drugs or alcohol, try to build a little home for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else. Part of the great American spirit of generosity we're always told about. Big, generous American nation. Ask an Indian about that.
That's people, man. That's just people. People sort of like, if it affects them, they don't want to get involved, even if they're sort of got this whole aura of like, oh, I want to help people or whatever you're sort of like the situation is. They'll give the idea that they're for it, but then when it affects them or whether someone's moved to them or whatever, they want nothing to do with it. That's just people, man.
Part of the great American spirit of generosity we're always told about.
I want to go back to this.
People on their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard.
Yeah.
Build a little home for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else. Part of the great American spirit of generosity we're always told about. Big, generous American nation.
Bro, he's spitting facts on people in general, I swear.
Ask an Indian how generous this country is. If you can find one, you gotta locate the Indian first. We've made him just a little difficult.
People in the UK, people everywhere, man. Obviously, he's speaking from his perspective, but I can see this from people, or my perspective from people, like, in this country too. But he's going in, man. I want to see what he's going to say about the Indians, because I know they've dealt with absolute fucking... like just unimaginable things, man. So I'm interested to see what he talks about here.
Ask an Indian about that. Ask an Indian how generous this country is. If you can find one, you gotta locate the Indian first. We've made him just a little difficult to find. Or if you need current data, select a black family at random and ask them how generous this country has been. People don't want anything near them, even if it's something they believe in, something they think society needs, like prisons. Everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants more prisons. That's the new answer to all of our problems. Lock a lot of motherfuckers up. Everybody wants more prisons. They say, build more prisons, but not here.
That's what I was saying, bro. Nah, this guy is ahead of his damn time.
Well, why not? What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong with having a prison in your neighborhood? Well, it seemed to me like it would make it a pretty crime-free area, don't you think? You think a lot of crackheads and muggers and pimps and hookers are going to be hanging around in front of a fucking prison?
Yeah, that's true.
Bullshit, they ain't coming anywhere near it. What's wrong with these people? All the criminals are locked up behind the walls, and if a couple of them do break out, what do you think they're going to do? Hang around? Check real estate trends? Bullshit. They're fucking gone. That's the whole idea of breaking out of prison, is to get the fuck as far away as you possibly can. Not in my backyard.
So I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot, but plus breakouts aren't that common. But at the same time, I can't really speak from the perspective of people maybe with these opinions, because maybe if I was actually put in a situation where a prison was going to be built next to me, maybe my opinion would change. But sort of directly looking at this from sort of how he's saying it in the first place, I'm completely on board with what he's saying, man.
People don't want anything near them, except military bases. They don't mind that, do they? No, they like that. Give them an army base, makes them happy. Why? Jobs. Jobs. self-interest. Even if the base is loaded with nuclear weapons, they don't give a fuck. They say, well, I'll take a little radiation if I can get a job. Working people have been fucked over so long in this country, those are the kind of decisions they're left to make. I got just the place for low-cost housing. I have solved this problem. I know where we can build housing for the homeless. Golf courses. Perfect. Golf courses. Just what we need.
For me, because I saw a thing ages ago that golf courses take up like 5% of the US, maybe not 5%, maybe 1% of the US landmass, something like that. Maybe not that much, maybe more. It's a lot, and I mean that blew my mind. So I mean, if that's sort of what he's meaning by that, then I can't disagree once again.
Plenty of good land in nice neighborhoods. Land that is currently being wasted on a meaningless, mindless activity. Engaged in primarily by white, well-to-do male businessmen who use the game to get together to make deals to carve this country up a little finer among themselves. I am getting tired. Really tired.
Nah, this guy is a legend, bro. I like him a lot, bro.
I am getting tired of these golfing cocksuckers in their green pants and their yellow pants and their orange pants and their precious little hats and their cute little golf carts. It's time to reclaim the golf courses from the wealthy and turn them over to the homeless. Golf is an arrogant, elitist game, and it takes up entirely too much fucking room in this country.
Never understood golf, man. I've never understood it. It's cool to watch, but in terms of actual, like, in terms of humanity and like what he's sort of relating it to, it's true, bro. It is a very elitist sport too, because it costs a lot to play. You have to get all the equipment in the first place, and obviously you got to book in to play at the certain courses. Yeah, it is a very, like, a lot of soccer players play it, and they're like obviously they got money. I don't know why though. I don't see the fun. I don't see the fun in it at all.
It is an arrogant game on its very design alone. Just the design of the game speaks of arrogance. Think of how big a golf course is. The ball is that fucking big. What do these pin-headed pricks need with all that land? There are over 17,000 golf courses in America. They average over 150 acres apiece. That's over 3 million acres. That's 4,820 square miles. You could build 2 Rhode Islands and a Delaware for the homeless on the land currently devoted to this meaningless, mindless, arrogant, elitist, racist. There's another thing. The only blacks you'll find in country clubs are carrying trays. And a boring game for boring people. Do you ever watch golf on television? It's like, what?
This is just before Tiger Woods disposal. He steps in and he's probably like, oh yeah, I'm that guy now. You did not expect me here. Nah, this is insane to watch, bro. I love this clip so damn much.
Watching flies fuck.
Wait, what is it?
People. Do you ever watch golf on television? It's like watching flies fuck. And a mindless game. Mindless. Think of the intellect. Think of the intellect it must take to draw pleasure from this activity. Hitting a ball with a crooked stick and then walking after it. And then hitting it again.
Walking after it again.
Asshole, you're lucky you found the fucking thing. Put it in your pocket and go the fuck home. Go the fuck home. You're a winner. No. No chance of that happening. Dorco in the plaid knickers is going to hit it again and walk some more. Let these rich cocksuckers play miniature golf. Let them fuck with
miniature golf's fun too.
An hour and a half or so. See if there's any real skill among them. Now, I know there are some people who play golf who don't consider themselves rich. Fuck them! And shame on them for engaging in an arrogant, elitist pastime. Hey, here's another place we could put some low-cost housing. Cemeteries. There's another idea whose time has passed. Saving all the dead people in one part of town? What the hell kind of a superstitious, religious, medieval bullshit idea is that? Plow these motherfuckers up, plow them into the streams and rivers of America. We need that phosphorus for farming. If we're gonna recycle, let's get serious.
Okay, oh shit. Steve Hart, bro, I need to see some Steve Harvey. The fact that he was a stand-up comedian blows my mind because I only recognise him from that Family Fortune show, and that's all I can see him on. So I would be interested to check out some of those. I don't know if they'd get blocked or what, but maybe in future. But George Carlin, man, I don't listen to George Carlin as a comedian. I listen to him as a philosopher with a sense of humour. Yeah, man. Mini golf is actually more entertaining than regular golf. You can laugh at your uncoordinated friend, bro. Mini golf's actually fun. And again, for those of you who enjoy golf, I know golf isn't. There's people who play it that just play it for fun. I don't understand how, but I understand that there are people who aren't in these sort of situations. They aren't elitists or whatever. But in terms of what he said, that he's not wrong. Like, rich, wealthy people with a lot of power seem to enjoy this sport a lot. It is one of those sports, and I've noticed it with, again, soccer players. It's not the same level, but they're rich, pretty powerful people in terms of like everyone looks up to them. But that's not why they play it. It's just one of those sports that people play, and I don't really know why. It doesn't make sense to me. It's so weird how I can go in depth on about flipping golf, and it's crazy how much land it takes up in the US too. But yeah, George Carlin, man, he was extremely smart and knew a lot. For real, man, for real. He's really growing on me already, and I've seen 3 videos. I mean, there's a whole load more to see. Again, some will probably have to go on my Patreon because I just assume a lot of these clips will be blocked. Also, Chris Rock. He's someone that I know about, but I've never checked. So maybe I should check him out too. And obviously you got Kevin Hart, but I know he's quite a big comedian already, so I don't know about that. Steve Harvey. Yeah, there's a lot that I also want to check out. I need to speak slower. Bo Burnham. He's like a new school one. Never seen him before, but I've heard a lot of people talking about him. He seems like he's some sort of mastermind who does this. He's just ahead of his time. In the current day, he's ahead of his time, kind of, I guess, how like George Carlin was, but maybe George Carlin was in a different sort of genre or whatever. But yeah, man, really, really interesting video, and obviously I laughed, found bits funny, and again, I just listened to what he had to say, and yeah, what else can I say? But hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you want more of the reactions to him, suggest it in the comments as always, and yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.